All right, fellow Gooners, Arsenal family, welcome back to the Gunpowder Banter podcast. I'm your host, Casey, and joined tonight we have Femi and we have Dizzle, as always. We're here again, three passionate Arsenal fans, minus one emotional fan who is not here with us today. We're always bleeding red and white, and we're here to talk about last night's game to Forest at home. So let's jump straight into it. So let's start with what? Let's start with a lineup. I feel like there's so much to talk about in this episode about the game, but whether we should do it chronologically or do it in any way, but I think let's always start with the lineup. That's a good place to start. So for me, MLS didn't start again. Femi, how do you feel about that?
I think we can safely say Calafiori is the established starter right now. MLS isn't starting. My concern primarily around that is I'm hoping that we're not causing him to regress. But Calafiori has shown the performances on the field. He deserves the position based on 3 games out of 4. The Man U game I don't give to Calafiori. I'm sorry.
Wow. What about a pre-assist for the first goal here? Or the second goal?
What is a pre-assist? Stop that.
Without his pass, Eze doesn't make the assist.
It was a nice pass. It was a nice pass.
He's been involved in most goals.
That's what I said. I said this game I'll give to him. I said the Man U game is the one game that I wasn't convinced by, but the other 3 games is actually pretty good. Okay. Defensively, right? Because ultimately that's what matters most. He's a defender. Mm-hmm. What he gives us in attack is bonus, is not what we're supposed to kind of rely on. And so I'm okay with that.
I think Arteta feels differently about that.
Of course he does feel differently about that. Mm. But then if he feels differently about that, then explain the Liverpool game to me and the lineup. But let's not go back there. Let's not. This is supposed to be a happy episode. Let's talk about happy things, happy thoughts. We want.
It's supposed to be an honest episode. Yeah, a WhatsApp episode.
Right. So let's let's think about it from that. So that was the. Aside from that, I didn't expect MLS to start, to be honest, because again, I think Arteta has made it clear that Calafiori is his number 1 left back. We hear about how he's doing super great in training. Everyone is pretty impressed with what he's doing. He's shown in on the field. He's playing he's covering defensively. He's running that flank all the way through, playing into the midfield as well. So no objections there whatsoever. Mm-hmm. What Arteta did surprise me by was when Odegaard went down and he actually did bring on Ethan. I was expecting him to actually knowing who Arteta is, what I was expecting him to do was to move Eze into that number 10 role, and then probably move Noni over to the left-hand side and then bring Ethan in.
That's a lot of moving parts.
Correct. I think, yes. Yeah, and I think that's why he didn't do it. So I was mm-hmm. extremely happy that he brought in Ethan and slotted him in that number 10 role, and Ethan did a serviceable job on there. So I'm super happy about that. Third thing, Mosquera, beast. We're missing Saliba, and we're not even thinking about it heavily. Like, that is just magic on there. So in terms of the lineup, those are my three major standout things.
Okay. I think for me, left back, like Femi said, it's already nailed on. Right now, there's no other person. It has to be Calafiori until such a time when he starts to mess up. Or he's unavailable through injury, because that's going to happen at some point. But knock on wood, he stays healthy and, still gives us good performances. I think my biggest surprise was the midfield. Were you expecting to see Merino again? I was expecting to see Rice. I didn't see Rice. Rice didn't start. He had Merino, he had Odegaard, and he had Zubi.
I'm not mad about that.
I'm not mad at it, but I was surprised. Yeah. Like, he shocked most people.
And I think it shows a different side of Arteta. Sorry, Femi, go ahead. Let me give you a chance.
No. I was shocked by that too. Don't get me wrong. But I was pleasantly surprised by it, right? Because ultimately, Merino had shown great performances with Spain over the international break. He was trying to lean into that a little bit, bring him in, give us something different there in terms of what we've been saying between Rice and Zubimendi, and he wanted to give us something different, Rice and Merino. And I think it actually did work out, to be honest. Merino wasn't a standout in the game by any chance, by any means, but I think everything kind of did work out. So, yes.
Yeah, I think also the level of opposition kind of played into it, because I think if we were playing City, there's no way Rice is not starting. If we're playing City, there's no way. We already knew that Forest would sit back, so you kind of need somebody who's going to be. You can't set out to contain them like last time. So he had to play Merino in there instead. I mean, he didn't have to, but I see why he did that, because he realized that, well, we're gonna have more possession. They're gonna want to sit back, so we need more people who can break the lines and get into the box. Create more box overloads, and I think Merino is better as an 8 than Rice.
Right. I think we're giving Arteta too much credit for this, because I don't think it was as much a tactical thing for him as much as it was he was trying to rest Rice.
It's a rotational thing.
It was rotation for Champions League midweek. Yeah. That's what it was. He needed to rest players or whatever, because he can't play the same 11 starting on the weekend and play the same 11.
Yeah. But that
midweek as well. So I think that played into it a lot. So let's not over rotate on. He did this thing and it worked out.
The man does something different. We all try to justify or not justify and give him crap for it. I think that it shows a kind of metamorphosis of Arteta, because think about like the last few years we've been complaining about. Number one, he doesn't play kids a lot, right? He's shown something different. Number two, we say he doesn't rotate. He has his core group and he relies on them. I mean, you look at last season, you have people like Sterling on the bench. You can understand why you have a core group and you keep the core group playing. But I think for him to say, you listen to his post-match conference, and he said that, paraphrasing again, that Mourinho was on a high. You know, you score 4 goals in 2 games. He wants to be able to tap into that. So it tells you that there's a certain level of his thinking that has improved as a manager, where he's not only recognizing people for talent necessarily, but there are other soft skills that he also looks for.
He's definitely he's definitely a great manager, but Casey, you're giving the guy too much credit for that one.
Yeah. way too much credit.
You can justify the whole squad rotation.
Yeah, but let's put it this way: if we did not have a midweek match, Rice is playing that game. Rice is playing that game.
100%. If we don't have Champions League, Rice is playing that game.
Rice is playing that game straight up.
The other fact around that, he better start rotating now with how much money we spent in this squad, and literally no one left. No one that mattered anyways left. So basically he has 2 players in every position. So he has no choice but to rotate right now.
Yeah.
And I think that was my fear, because you're thinking about Arteta as we all know him versus this new Arteta with people like Noni, people like Gyökeres, who don't play the kind of football that you expect from him, and also with multiple players and backups that you want to see a different side of him. And so far, I think he's showing that different side. Injury or no injury. I think that there's a little bit of a paradigm shift in his approach. A little bit. Maybe not too much. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit. It's too early to tell, but I think that there's a little bit of a difference in him.
Oh, there's definitely a difference, but it might be more born because our team is now the ceiling. Let me say the floor has been raised. So last season he would complain, "Oh, I don't have people that I can trust." Now he has no excuse. Everybody in that team plays for him, and he can call on them, and they'll do a decent job. So there's no Sterling, there's no Lakonga, there's no Fabio Vieira, all those guys who are underperforming. They are not there on the bench sitting down waiting. So he doesn't need, and even the kids, MLS and Waneri, even Dauman to a certain extent, he can call on and they will do a good job. So right now he can rotate. He has the ability to rotate, and that's why everybody's saying, Arsenal, you don't have any excuses this season. So we have been able to mitigate all those injury issues by getting 2 players in each position. Sometimes for left back we have 3, or even it might even be 4. So we're covered there. So yeah, he definitely has to use his squad to the best of his ability, and he has to use his squad to, the best of their fitness too.
So let me ask you guys this other question. Any other questions or any other comments on lineup? Anything else?
The lineup pretty much, everything else picks itself.
Kind of picked itself, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
The left flank.
Yeah. I guess it deserves a mention. This is the first time that the front line was playing together. That front three that was playing together, right? Eze coming in on the left, Noni on the right, and then Gyökeres up top. They had never played together before. That always kind of presents problems if they've never played together before. But because they have to gel, but wasn't too much of a concern in this game. I think we were able to do that. Okay.
The first 20 minutes was kind of slow though. We weren't really. It wasn't cohesive. Like the attacking third wasn't that cohesive at first. But Noni was doing his thing on the end. But
Noni was doing his thing on the end. Eze took a little bit of time to get into the game. He looked maybe starstruck. I think this was his first game at the Emirates, and I think maybe just the size of the crowd or something. He's not used to playing that in front of that a big home crowd like that, like in what you would have had in Selhurst Park. So he seemed a little overwhelmed initially, but he grew into the game, and then he became better. He became better as we went along.
Yeah. I think that, which is really my next question, is it's a 3-0 score line. But do you think it's flattering? Do you think that, because I look at our XG, Opta says our XG was 1.8 versus Forest 0.2. But do you feel like
that, you can
realistically,
say yes.
but even if you remove the XG from it and just look at the sheer level of dominance we had, right?
No, we deserve the 3 goals.
Yeah.
Should it have been more? Is the question I'm asking. Are we content?
No, I think yes. I think 3-0 was a proper reflection of the way the game went. I think it was an accurate reflection of the game and how it went, what we deserved, what Forest deserved, how we played in general. I think 3-0 was a very fitting scoreline. No complaints whatsoever.
Yeah, the chances we had we didn't have, like, the shots we were taking weren't clear cut chances. So that's why I feel like 3-0 was a good reflection of the game. If we had like clear-cut chances, then I would say maybe 5, but no, 3-0 was pretty decent.
I kind of feel like, and you guys feel free to judge me for this, right? But I kind of think about, I'm not seeing the ruthlessness yet with our team. I feel like we have the capability, we have the capacity, but a team like Forest, with the way they played and the way we showed up, we should have put them to the sword in the first half, and then second half should have just been cruise control. And I think that is a ruthlessness that I would like to see.
Casey,
as much as I'm just telling how I feel.
As much as you say that, did you see the Liverpool game?
No, and I want us to talk about the Liverpool game because it kind of reminds me of our run from 2 years ago where we were having those very lucky last minute. Remember that?
Ultimately, we did not win. So
thank you. Thank you. So that was my point, is that I was looking at Liverpool and I'm almost like, keep doing what you're doing. It cannot last you all season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I strongly believe that.
Sometimes it's written in the stars. You can't really argue against those things, to be honest. So I don't know. Winners win, right? That's what we say all the time, and they find ways to win. They find ways to pull it out. So it's still too early in the season to say anything about it. Let's see where we are in November, December, and then we can talk more about
December,
that.
We can start talking about title challenges. Now is way, way, way too early.
But that said, your point about there's not a ruthlessness, I agree with you. But you will not hit the nail on the head. The problem is Arteta. The problem is Arteta and the way he wants the team to play. No. Let's be honest. He wants the team to play that way in controlled ways. Like, we're not hitting them on the break, right? Our fast break XG is 0, nothing, non-existence, because we don't break. we get possession back, and then we pass the ball side to side to get our structure back, our shape back, and then we start to move forward together. That's how Arteta wants to play. So if you're looking for ruthlessness, moving the ball quickly, killing people, we're not going to do that under him. He doesn't want the team to play that way.
Yeah, but I think there's more than that one way to score a goal, right?
I think the ruthlessness
the fast
will
break
come.
is. Mm-hmm.
It will come when the front three actually gels. Because right now, I mean, it's kind of hard to play on the break when your passes are not connecting. I mean, it's kind of hard to be ruthless when your passes are not connecting how they should. Nani's gonna dribble, Nani will dribble and go down the side, and when he crosses, the passes sometimes they don't connect, but there's nobody there. I mean, right now it's getting a lot better. At least Gyökeres knows that when this guy was always gonna try and take the left back, and he's gonna try and cut square the ball, and that's pretty good right now. He just needs to make sure his movement is good in the box, and he will feed off of Nani. And Eze too is also doing the same thing too. So it will take time.
Yeah, I hope so. And maybe my words will come back to bite me, and I'll gladly eat my words when we start being ruthless, right? Because, I mean, boy, Noni was cooking. Noni was cooking. What do you have to say, Femi? I mean,
no. Noni was on fire, right? And this is my thing, right? You like to hammer on goals. Noni showed workings in that game, and in the two previous games before this, without scoring a single goal. Like, nobody's talking about Noni hasn't scored, Noni hasn't done this or whatever. Everybody's super happy and super impressed with what he has been doing. But we keep hammering on goals. Goals don't always tell the story. It's like your eyes don't lie to you. We've been watching football for a long time. Your eyes will tell you the whole story. Whether or not a person scores, that's icing on the cake, right?
Yeah.
It's what they're doing on the field, right? It's the way he's facilitating play, the way he's running, his directness and everything, the way the team moves behind him. I give a lot more credence to that than just scoring goals, right? And that's why I said I'm super impressed with Nani, with the way he's playing. You know, he gets the ball and he wants to go directly. And again, it's kind of like, does this guy actually play for Arteta? Is Arteta actually happy with this guy getting the ball and then just going directly and running like that? Because I don't think he wants that. He wants it to happen that way.
You don't give Arteta enough credit.
But see, I think Arteta has actually, like Casey said earlier, there's a paradigm shift. He knows the kind of players he has now. And he knows, I mean, look at it. We've been competing for this title for the past 3 years now. We haven't won. So obviously what we're doing is not getting us to the promised land. So that's, I mean, I don't mind Noni doing what he's doing right now. That's what
I love Noni doing what he's doing. I want him to do what he's doing. I hope they don't coach it out of him.
Nah,
that is my problem.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of like so if you buy, there's certain players you buy that it's hard for you to coach that into him. You got Eze and you got Nani on one side. These are not your typical Arteta players at all.
Thank you.
They are mavericks in their own right. Yeah. You know, Arteta. I mean, in previous iterations of Arteta wouldn't like what these guys are doing. He would hate that. Because you're
making my point.
I know.
No, but I'm not arguing the point.
No, that's the point I'm making. Exactly. But Arteta is different now. We agree with you that Arteta used to be that way.
What is the evidence? Because he bought the players?
Because of the player and the fact that he's playing them. Again, let's caveat it. It's too early to say. But from what we have seen and from the performances that these people, because they are true to themselves, right? Between Eze and Eze wasn't really hogging the wing like that, right? It was still coming in. Yeah. So there's a difference there in the way he plays. And you look at Noni's maverickness, right? And look at Gyökeres. So you want to say he's allowing them to play in their true self.
Yeah.
And so I think that there's a certain level of difference that we should expect to see. Because there's one thing that he said, right? Also during his pre-match conference, even though when you listen to him sometimes you don't know whether to believe, especially when it comes to injuries. But he said that we have a lot of different players that bring different things to the team that allow us to play differently, even within the game. So for me, that the alarm bell set off in my head, and I'm like, okay, I think he's allowing us to create elements of unpredictability and the ability to be able to shift formations even during the game and try things differently. Like, look at that pass for the second goal. There is no way in hell Martinelli plays that ball to Gyökeres.
No. He's
Yeah.
gonna cut. He'll cut back now.
He'll cut back. Do you remember the second half when he came in?
He's going to try to cut back in, try to beat the defender, and the defender will collect the ball from him. That's what happens when
and we'll all put our
Martinelli
heads on our head. Yeah. You remember when he came in second half, they were, towards the end of the game, and they released him. I can't remember who made the pass. And he ran and then came back. And I'm like, bro, like, this is your game. Speed. Take the ball, run at the defender, beat him. That's what Noni did all game. And he went there, took the ball back, check back, pass, and then it's like, man,
see, Martinelli
we cannot evolve with you.
Martinelli is not a tricky winger. He's a beats you with pace type of winger. So,
but he had the opportunity to do that.
I know. But I think right now he's lacking confidence. So that kind of plays on his mind. I feel like that's what's happening to him.
Yeah, but it's also because he's one-dimensional, like you said. He just wants to beat everybody with pace, and so all the defender has to do is just show him one particular way, let him run the way you don't want him to, and then that's it. End of story. Yeah. And he has nothing else. He has nothing else in his locker to kind of change things up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But this Madueke thing, I feel like we're talking about in a WhatsApp group about it. It shows you that you can never judge a book by its cover, right? Look at how much vitriol. I mean, they literally, people put up a protest with signatures. I say, don't sign this guy. But look at what he's doing. I mean, let's take it a step level further. It just feels so reassuring to be able to watch a game without Saka on the lineup, without Saliba on the lineup, and not be worried about it. I mean, who else stood out for you there, Namdi, in terms of like this whole new idea of new players and people who played yesterday? Like, who else was a standout for you?
Well, the obvious one, or the obvious candidate would be Zubi. With 2 goals and general gameplay, he was everywhere. He was going forward, coming back. He was like the metronome in the midfield, and he won the ball a lot as well. And that guy, for he's actually deceptively. I mean, they say he's small, but he's not really. He's actually not that small. Like, he wins a lot of duels. Apparently, he's won like 67% of his duels since like the past 5 or 6 years. So that's immense for somebody who is supposedly diminutive and
he's 5'11".
And people think he's a lightweight. He's not. I was worried initially when we got him that it might take some time for him to adapt to the physicality of the EPL, but he seems to have taken to it like a fish to water. I have no problem with him. He cycles the ball well. He's not as physical as...
Talk about that goal, Dizu. Don't forget to talk about that goal. That first goal, please.
That first goal. Boy.
Oh, the
and Femi, you say he doesn't deserve man of the match. Look at you singing his accolades.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
Talk about that goal. Talk about that goal.
Nah, that was all... Shoot. That, I feel like that goal, the way Forest has set up, if we did not, we had to score first. We had to score first, and then the whole floodgates will open, because these guys were not interested in trying to score. So I was very impressed when he actually tried it. Like, for somebody like that, I mean, we all know that he has the technical ability, but for you to start to score your first goal for Arsenal, man, that's phenomenal. And he tried to do it again. So you know the confidence.
He was feeling it.
Yeah, he was feeling it. He done the ginger.
It's almost like
you can't. Go ahead.
No, it's almost like as soon as it hit his foot, he knew it was a goal. Like, the way he connected with it, man, the swerve on the ball, even though it took a slight deflection, even without that deflection, that keeper would not have stopped that ball. That was how sweetly he struck it.
Yeah, you can't.
Would that be
you can't strike a ball.
Quick question:
Would that can't strike a ball?
I was going to ask. Quick question: Would that be considered a set piece goal?
Well, technically, because it came from a corner, right?
A corner, yeah. So
it
got recycled.
It's recycled from a corner. It's not. It wouldn't be. It was open play, but it wasn't open play because it came from a corner.
Okay, so set piece FC.
Yeah, no, but you can't strike a ball more sweeter than that. That was beautiful. Like, my 7:30 in the morning. We should talk sometimes about how our lives as Arsenal fans and catching noon kickoffs are harder because we have to get up by 7:30 in the morning to wake up, and my eyes were still I was still groggy in sleep or whatever. But that goal definitely woke me up for sure. That was a beauty.
I could not believe it, man. It felt like a winning 11 FIFA type goal. You just hit A and the thing it was sweet. Perfect shot. Yeah, I mean, other than that, even the header goal, I was kind of surprised. Being a 5'11" guy, he was able to score that. But it was a beautiful cross from Trossard.
Trossard, right? Trossard does not get enough credit in terms of what he does on this team, man. He's if the way he put that ball in was extremely measured. He put it in the right spot, and it was Zubi just had to put his head on that in order to get it in. So superb on that. Open the second half. The second half opening or whatever, 40 seconds on the clock. Calafiori puts the ball over top. Is it gets it one time, puts it in. Striker does what a striker does. Like, for me, more than anything else, just that passage of play right there is, I think, what we've been looking for in this team for a very long time, where it's just, the ball moves quickly. The winger gets the ball. The winger puts the ball in one time, service to the striker, and the striker finishes. It was a simple goal, but those are the goals that we're supposed to live and should be our bread and butter all day, every day, where we can go in there and then get those things in. So that was beautiful.
Yeah, Gyökeres tap in though, but like I said, you got to be there to score, right? I just like the way we scored the goal. It was like pass from Calafiori, cross from or square from Eze, tapping for goal. It was just those kind of goals are enjoyable because I feel, and then that almost goal that Gyökeres scored. That shot, boy! If that ball went in, yeah. I mean, you look at your striker and like, yeah.
That post is still shaking from that shot right now, man. Dude, that was heavy. But again, that was one of those things where he was pressing. He started the move off, got the ball. Nani released him again with the pass, with the overlap pass or whatever, and then he tries to finish it. I wish he had finished that goal because that would have been beautiful.
Yeah.
But again, those are the things that are showing the signs. Those are the things that we want to see in terms of how this team is developing, how the front line is meshing together, and there's a lot of hope for the future for me.
Yeah, let's talk about Mosquera because I think he brings something a little bit different to the team. His passing is good, not in a slight against him, but one of the things I noticed that's a little bit different between him and Saliba is that you'll notice that when Saliba has the ball, he tends to, if he doesn't find a pass, immediately he would drive forward, right? He will run forward and make a pass. But Mosquera has that. It's almost like that Spanish league thing where the game is a little bit slower and he takes his time. So even if he has the ball, he's looking for a pass. He literally holds the ball, and then passes. He doesn't really drive forward as much. I think it's interesting. It's equally good because at the end of the day, he made some very, very good vertical passes. I don't know what you guys thought about Mosquera.
No, I agree with you 100% on that. I think it's more experience than anything else. It's, he needs to play with this team more. This is a couple games in. Saliba has been in there. He has that partnership with Gabriel. They know exactly what to expect all the time and know exactly what moves to make in this situation or that situation. Mosquera is new in there. And I think as time goes on, he'll get more used to it, and then he'll make adjustments in terms of making the right calls and making the right passes at the right time. The one thing I want to call out on with Mosquera is, again, he's a very, very, very good one-on-one defender, and I don't think we're not giving him enough credit for that. But it is risky one-on-one defending, kind of like the same way Saliba does it, right? It's kind of like, like you're not going to beat Saliba one-on-one, right? He'll find a way to get the ball off of you. But Saliba does it with size and he'll kind of body out the way, size and speed, right? Mosquera is kind of different. He's trying to do it with his head. Right, yeah. You can see him playing. You can see Mosquera kind of playing with his head and trying to figure out what the attacker is trying to do, and then he makes his move based on that. That's a super impressive thing, especially at a young age like that. So, super impressed with Mosquera in general. They paid Man U paid 70 million for Euro, right? And that's a lot of that was a lot of money. We got him for a lot cheaper, and he's doing a whole lot better for us than Euro is doing. We should talk about Amorim's 3-5-2 at some point, honestly.
I was gonna save that for the end, but do you want to do that now?
No.
He's laughing.
I'm gonna give a.
Let's save it for the end. Let's get all our Arsenal feelings out, and then we can leave the tank to empty it on Man U.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, this is a walk in the park, 3-0 win at the Emirates. Coming off the Liverpool game, which was a disappointment. It's back on the bounce with the team. You can see how this team is going to be put together going forward. There's a lot to be happy about. There's a lot to hope for. And I'm excited about that for the future.
Yeah, me too. Namdi, I don't know if you had any words on Mosquera or if you want to talk about any of your other standout players for the game.
Mosquera, I mean, like Femi said, man, that guy's a beast, man. Like the fact that you can come in and play and then nobody really misses Saliba. That says a lot about how good this guy is. Like whoever scouted this guy needs a raise, like a serious raise for real. And we clearly underpaid for him. We clearly underpaid for that guy. I think we paid like less than 16 million or something like that.
11, I think it was 11 million, something like that.
And this guy is easily a 50 to 60 million pound defender. Like, no doubt. If we ever choose to move him on, that's the amount we'll be calling for. I mean, this guy, if that Hoyson guy can go for 50, if that Hoyson guy can go for 50, 60 million, then this guy is definitely worth the same amount. It's just that he's not playing for Madrid. But yeah, I enjoyed watching him. He was able to clean up a lot of issues that we had. I mean, the small issues that Forest actually posed to us, he was able to clear them out. And in general, he was tidy with the ball. Had some good passes on him. Beat the press with his passes through the lines, and he didn't put a foot wrong. I have no issues with him whatsoever. And then also because he also has an elder statesman. It's funny to say Gabriel is the elder statesman. He's just like 26. But yeah, it helps that we also have him beside him to help him out. But he's doing a good job, and there's more to come from this young man.
They kind of look, him and Mr. Elder Statesman kind of look alike in terms of profile. When the camera is panned out and you can never really make out the numbers, they kind of look alike-ish.
Yeah, I think Mosquera is a little smaller. You can tell.
Yeah, but I think the height,
from a size perspective, Mosquera is just a little tiny bit smaller than Gabriel. Yeah. That's how you would know in those situations.
Yeah, but truly standout guy, man, and he should just keep doing what he's doing, especially going into Champions League now. We'll see a little bit of a different kind of attack force and see how he deals with that. Let's talk about the almost standout player by small he miss Merino. I think we're all expecting to do at least one goal now. Why do you give all the goals to Spain and then you don't give us any? And you should share the love. What do you guys think? Now do you feel like
the way we
play? He should have at least scored one because he played up front too, right? When Gyökeres got subbed out, he was striker.
I mean, I didn't really notice Merino the whole game. I didn't really notice what he was doing. I mean, he was there.
I didn't ask you that part. I asked you the other one.
Is it because he was?
Never mind. Keep on. These guys think I'm pro Merino, but carry on.
No. I mean, he's a good player. I don't have a problem with Merino. I mean, sometimes he can go through a game without it having an impact, or you might not notice him. That's the only thing issue I have with him. But I mean, other than that, I mean, he pops up with important goals once in a while. So I like him as a player. Midweek, yeah. I don't know if he should start. I mean, it's a toss. It's a coin toss at this point. I don't expect Bilbao to put up, I mean, a serious challenge as such. So, I mean, whoever you put there, we should be able to do a good job.
We played them. We played them preseason. We played them preseason. So I think everything should work out midweek game. Whomever we put out there, I think should do a service. I don't expect Merino to start just because I know Arteta and I know that he rested Rice specifically because he wants Rice to start that game. So Rice is going to probably start that game. That's how I see that going. I'm concerned about Odegaard and him not. He's probably it's the same shoulder that he hurt the last time, and so he's probably not going to be able to make it for this game either. Which means Eze is definitely coming in that number 10 role midweek.
You think Eze over Merino?
Hell yes.
Not your mind though. I'm talking based on Arteta's mind.
I can't talk about Arteta's mind. I'm talking about what I want. Arteta should go and do. Arteta should do what he wants to do on the pitch on Wednesday. That's his business. I'm talking about what me I would rather do.
Okay.
No. There's no reason why Merino should start. Why? I mean, we have Eze in that position. Merino is not a number 10 now. Are we really gonna argue whether Merino is a 10 or not? He's
no. He's not a 10. I agree.
So exactly. So it's him or Rice. It's him or Rice for the 8. In terms of 10, it's Odegaard or Eze or Ethan.
Nwaneri,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, right? So we should stop. We are not poor anymore in Arsenal. We should stop this whole behavior of putting square pegs in round holes. Let players play. Let players play in their positions. We're not poor anymore, right? There's no reason for us to do all those things when we have the right players and we actually have players who play in that position and who are specialists in that position. Merino is not a specialist in that position, and whether he scored 10 goals for Spain or not, if you want to do it, then put Rice on the bench again. Let him start over Rice. I'm okay with that if you want to do that. But if you put Merino on in 10 to start midweek, we'll do emergency podcast that night so I can swear for Arteta. I'm just telling you right now.
So actually, one question on this before we go to match predictions and lineup for next game, right? Is think about is it a possibility that we're very heavy on the right, and we're very heavy on attacking on the right because that whole Odegaard and that whole trio from before, Odegaard, Saka, White, and then it's kind of evolved.
And Partey, and don't forget Partey. Partey always send the ball to the right. Yes.
Yeah. So do you think that adding Eze can shift? If we put Eze as a left 8, right, and shift the attacking to the left, and then play Merino as a right 8. So you have Eze and Trossard or Martinelli, whoever, on that left side.
So essentially 4-4-2. You want to play 4-4-2?
I'm just saying, just something
different. It's not going
different.
to be 4-4-2. It's just it will still be 4-2-3-1.
4-2-2, 4. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's still going to be 4-2-3-1 because you. No. I'm saying like it's still going to be the same. An alternative form of the 4-4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. You just have Eze playing as one of the 8s.
As one of the 8s,
yeah.
4-2-3-1, same formation, but you shift your attack. You shift your number 10 or your playmaker to the left side instead. Because frankly, that whole number 10 is a thing in England didn't work. Not that we're going to judge him based on that, but maybe this just gives us something else to do, something else to try out.
Okay, so if you are doing that 4-2-3-1, who is then in the middle in that 3?
You still keep Zubi in the middle. No.
Zubi is.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about the 3 in the. Got you.
Yeah, Zubi's at the base. I'm talking about
Zubi at the base.
4-2-3-1, and then you
Zubi
do
and
Merino
will
here
be at the base. Zubi and Merino will be the 2, and then the three.
Right. So then he's not really. Then Merino is not
really. He's more of a 10
Yeah.
at that in that situation. He's more of a 10.
Yeah. I would love to see us play 4-2-3-1, to be honest with you. Like something different in there where we're overloading the midfield and then dominating possession based on that. But the way this team is built right now, it's built for wing play, right? And so that's what Arteta is going to focus on, and that's what we're going to get, at least in the short term.
No, but even if you do 4-2-3-1, you still have your wing play. It's just a matter of arranging people differently. 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, they're all the same. It's just how you decide who's gonna play in the midfield, and as per the DM and the eights.
Right.
If your eight is more,
now they set up your 4-2-3-1 team.
Box, and I've already told you, it's Zubi, man.
I apologize.
If we did it and we wanted to go attacking, we would just say Zubi right next to Merino, and then you have Noni on the right. You have maybe Martinelli or whoever, or what's his name, Trossard on the left, and then you have Eze in the middle. That's assuming you don't want to play Ethan. And then up top is Gyökeres.
Yeah, I thought we agreed Martinelli's done with this team. So now you're still putting Martinelli.
No, I'm just saying.
I think
I'm just saying because of what Casey said.
If you need somebody there, put Trossard there. Don't put Martinelli. Trossard is well ahead of Martinelli on the depth chart right now. I think we can all agree on that.
Okay. All right. So let's wrap this up so we can get the podcast out to our listeners. So real quick, let's talk match predictions. We'll do Bilbao first, and then we'll do Man City next. So Femi, what do you predict?
Bilbao is 3-1. 3-1
for which
midweek.
game?
And then
Bilbao
is 3-1 midweek. Against City, 2-1. We win that game 2-1.
Okay.
Bilbao 3-1 as well. Bilbao 3-1 as well for me. And then City 3-1. 3-1 both games. We beat them. We beat both teams 3-1.
Bold. That's bold. I think we don't concede, but I think we scored 3 at Bilbao. So I'll go 3-0 for Bilbao, and then Man City. I'll actually do a 2-0.
Yeah, Rodri is back. Man City is not going to be as easy.
Based on what I saw today against United, I can't believe we only beat them by 1. I can't believe we only beat them by 1. That team is useless.
That team is.
Yeah, but we're not playing United now. We're playing City.
No, I'm saying that the City beat them 3-0. We should be flogging that team. Right. We should be flogging United like 5. Like, serious. I think and City is actually not that strong anymore. So we should be able to take the game to them and beat them comfortably. I don't know what you guys think about
City
that.
Should have scored more goals too.
Yeah, no, I've honestly, I was impressed by City today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get that Man U is useless, so City could have done whatever they wanted to do today, and they could have run them off the field from now until next year. But I was actually pretty impressed with what City did. Doku played pretty good.
Yeah, looks like a different player.
Yeah, Doku looks like a different player. Foden coming back is huge. For them, and then Rodri is back as well. Those are the 3 things that make me think that's going to be a much tougher game than we expect next week. And so I don't think it's going to be as easy. If Rodri wasn't in the team, it's
definitely going to be a tough game.
Yeah, if Rodri wasn't in the team, I would say we'd score 3 in that game. But given what I've seen, Donnarumma, exactly. They have Donnarumma keeping now. Did you see that Mbumo shot that Donnarumma stopped on the?
Yep.
That's what Donnarumma brings to a team like that, and that scares me as well. So I think they're going to be more secure defensively. I think we can use the press extremely effectively against them if Donnarumma starts again. Donnarumma is not the best goalkeeper using his feet, and so if we focus on the press, I think we can get something out of that. But getting past him is always going to be tough. That's just who Donnarumma is. And so in general, that's why I think it's going to be a 2-1 game. But, that's just me speaking in general.
All right, Nnamdi, honorary mention about Man U. I think you have some family ties there.
I just wanted to give a big shout out to my brother, Kenna GQ, as most people know him. Big Man U fan.
GQ,
I salute his bravery.
We hear you, bros. Our listener.
I salute his bravery for going to actually watch the game against Man City, knowing fully well that they were going to be beaten mercilessly. So, for that,
exactly,
we salute you.
No, that deserves heavy salute. You have Amorim as a coach who continues to play 3-5-2 without the requisite players to play that formation against Man City in the derby, in the Manchester derby, and then you actually think you're going to get results after that. No, that's some serious fanhood right there, man.
Let me support him small. He went to watch Mbeumo. New signing. Let's see if he can score one goal at least. But Kenna, we hear you. We want to invite you on this show, so we'd like to host you so we can be able to banter a little bit more on this. We appreciate you guys joining us, listening to us tonight. The podcast will be coming out soon. Well, by this time you'll be listening to it, it'll be out anyway. So again, this is Gunpowder Banter. Thank you, Femi. Thank you, Diesel, for your continued support. And as we continue to grow this channel, please leave us your comments, feedback. If you would like to be a guest on our show, let us know. We'd love to have you on. We're planning a live show here in the next few weeks as well, where we can take live questions and be able to talk about more Arsenal stuff, and also open it up to other teams in the Premier League. So feel free to drop us a line in the comments section, like and subscribe to our channel as well. As always, thank you, guests, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen to us, and we look forward to talking to you during our next episode. Nnamdi, Femi, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Good night.